All right, let's chat. So if you've never heard of WOFT, it's basically real life situation training and like training you for what you should do in these situations. And one of our scenarios today is going to be like walking your vehicle in a dimly lit area. So if you were in like a parking garage, for example. And what I understand is you're basically just gonna be walking to your vehicle, like nothing's wrong. And then all of a sudden somebody's going to start following you, yell something to you. You're gonna be put in a situation that's gonna make you feel uncomfortable. And you have to figure out what to do in that first situation. And then after that, they kind of debrief you and they kind of tell you like, okay, no, you need to do this, or you need to make sure you're not turning your back to them, or you need to use your voice or do this. And then you get to do it again. And then you get to do it again. And then you get to watch all the other women. So that way when you're watching these women, you also get that in your head. I've tried making this video like 4 times, and I'm just grateful for this opportunity and being able to learn and know what my body's going to do in a fight or flight situation without my kids, and being able to learn from it, because it's what it keeps tearing me up. Because if I had to do this, or if I was out in the world with my kids and not knowing how my body would react, I mean, this is why it's so good, because I'm going to be in a situation that's going to put me into fight or flight, and I'm going to see how I would react without having my kids there, without having my kids in danger. But I'm going to learn what I need to do to make sure that I am safe and to keep my kids safe. So I'm very excited for today. It is day 2 of WOFT, and today we're doing a coffee shop scenario. So basically where half of us girls are going to be in a room. I'm picturing that we're going to be walking into a coffee shop. The scenario could change, or the place could change. And then I don't know how many of the bad guys are going to be there, or people who are trying to distract, or what. But this is why this is so cool, because they put you in real life situations where you could be tomorrow, the next day. And if shit hits the fan, what are you going to do? How are you going to react? And in these situations, we do a scenario, and then they debrief us. They tell us, okay, this was good, this was bad, this was whatever, we need to fix this, like this person would have gotten you here. And that's what's been so cool. Even just all the times that I wasn't going and I was watching all the other girls, I learned so much. What's so cool with like yesterday is that every scenario and every girl went, it was tailored totally to her. So we went like 5 or 6 different times into the low light area where there was a van, and the goal was just to walk to the van to leave the parking lot. And mine, they knew that I'm a new mom, like my young children. And so that like has been in my head this whole time. If you watched my videos yesterday, you saw. And so in like my second to last or last scenario, I walk in and I'm like, okay, looking for the van. There's a guy that starts yelling at me. And then there's this little boy that comes running to me, and he's yelling. He's like, that's not my dad. And I'm like, oh, this is not what I was expecting. But I'm like, okay. And in my head, Mama Bear came out. I'm like, I need to protect this kid. Like, it was crazy. And I was yelling for the guy to stay back. And then the little boy runs off, and then out of my peripheral vision, I see another guy coming towards me. And I'm like, oh boy. And they taught us, they're like, you don't always have to go to your car. You don't always have to go to your vehicle. If you are in Walmart, you feel uncomfortable, go back. And so I was like looking around, and I had these 2 guys coming towards me, and I was like, nope. And I backed up and I left, and they're like, great job. That's perfect. That's exactly what you need to do in these situations. So they aren't teaching you like to fight. They're not teaching you to pull your gun and shoot people. If that situation arises, and if it, like the women who carry, they were carrying. They were able to have their firearm with them. There's a few girls who carry knives, so they gave them their fake knives to carry. So it's tailored to you specifically, which has been so cool. I've learned that a flashlight is a great tool to use. I'll probably make a video on this later, because I learned a lot with a flashlight.